All right, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, how about
Not too
yourself?
bad.
The defense, the passing, the scrimmage, and obviously today they've been playing faster, they've been playing better, they've been coverage the entire D-line, still doing what they do. Are they just starting to mold into what your identity of the defense that you want it to be?
You know, the more goes back to what I said a while ago. We don't fear the man who has 10,000 kicks that he practices one time each. We fear the man who has one kick that he practices 10,000 times. So the more they get to rep the things that we ask them to do, the faster they're going to get naturally. So the offense just finished their install. And so this is now it's their chance to start getting on repeat and doing the same things over and over again and try to catch up. But defense is moving at a pretty good clip right now, and they look good and physical. They look fast, and it'll be good to go against another opponent here soon, so we can kind of see where we're at. You're okay. Don't worry. No, you're good.
I just wanted to on a couple of injury updates with AVT, and also where's Cam Clark at right now? Do you have
So with Cam, obviously the doctors and working through him to evaluate and see where he's at. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit. With AVT, again, he's day to day. Should get him back soon. We don't have an exact date. We're not trying to rush it, but hopefully we get him back for that Green Bay week. But other than that, all the same.
Is Quinn still on track for next week?
He is. He's still on track for next week. I think we're projecting to get him through a mock game on Friday, or mock practice, I should say, from a rep standpoint. But he had a great talk with him this morning, so he's in great spirits and ready to go.
Robert, you've always had really good corners in your defenses. What makes What makes you confident that Bless Austin can be that kind of number one corner for you guys?
You know, Bless is he's one of those. He's got a dog's mentality, from a football sense, in that he is absolutely fearless. He is very strong at the line of scrimmage. At least from the time I've gotten here, it doesn't look like he's really bothered by the play before. He can move on, and it's just those attributes: the length, the strength. He's fast enough. It's just a matter of working the technique and understanding where you fit in the defense, and he's shown everything that we want. And now it's just a matter of trying to get better and see what it looks like once we get with other opponents.
You mentioned the offensive install when you first started talking there. So what exactly do you mean by that? Like the offense now is completely in, so can you kind of slowly but surely putting it along?
Yeah, so the main principles and obviously every week they're going to have different game plans and all that stuff. But the main techniques, the fundamentals, the concepts, the pass protections, the run plays, the pass plays, the way that it all meshes together, and then how they vary off of it during the season doesn't really vary off of it doesn't steer away from the install and the principles that they teach. But the foundation of the offense is now in place, and all the situations, the no huddle stuff, just the things that just kind of overload you as you're trying to figure it out as you go. But so they're in, and now it's just a chance for them to just continue to repeat.
Is that why? I mean, Zach had a really good practice that first one open to the fans. Since then, from obviously just watching on the side, not knowing exactly what you guys are calling or looking for. I mean, it's been rougher as of late. Is that one of the reasons, because it's kind of been installing every day?
For most rookies, especially on the offensive side, but for everyone, it's going to get worse before it gets better. It is what it is. There's just a lot of things that happen. I mean, there's a reason why being a rookie is hard in this league. There was a Hall of Famer yesterday that was inducted in that had a 71 quarterback rating his rookie year. It's not easy to play quarterback in this league as a rookie, especially quarterback. But it is going to get worse before it gets better. But he's at that point now where he's going to be able to stack up days, and we got all the utmost confidence in him and his ability to figure out the mistakes and correct them and get to a better place.
based on the natural growth of a rookie quarterback, at this stage, take us through the process. What things should he start doing better as you go through the preseason? What are you looking for, like this week in particular?
Just be comfortable in the offense, understanding exactly, seeing coverages, seeing different things. He's got to see it all, and the more he sees, the more reps he gets, the more comfortable he's going to get, and that's really the biggest thing. He is sharp. He'll talk through it all. He knows exactly where people are supposed to line. He's very fluid in the huddle. He's got great command. He can correct people on the field. And now it's just a matter of getting reps and giving him opportunities to absorb all the different things that he can see from the other side of the ball, and also just getting good timing with his receivers. So he's fine. He's gonna be just fine, and And like I said, there's a process that he's got to go through.
Is there a concern there? Is there a concern there, though, Robert? I don't want to beat the dead horse again, but like, is there some concern that when things do go wrong for Zach, when it's in a game or in a practice, like when he goes off to the sideline, there's not that much experience, both in the quarterback room, both offensive coordinator, first-year offensive coordinator, first-year quarterbacks coach. Like, is there some concern, especially in a game with Mike up top, like that? There's no one really there that's done it before to be able to kind of bring him back in.
No, Mike LaFleur's done it before. So when he does come to the sideline, the scrimmage, when I was talking to you guys about the scrimmage, like Mike is now working with the twos. Like, so there's, and he's sitting there and he is having, and Rob's working with the twos. Like there was no, all right, let's go over the series that we just went over and let's go through things. There was none of that happening because coaches are busy with the group that's on the field. The game's going to be different. He's going to have conversation with Rob. They're going to be able to go over. There was no iPads or surfaces to go over. So that part of the game experience wasn't there for him. He had to fix it on his own. He'll have Rob, who's fantastic. He'll have Mike, who's been through it, and he's been able to watch the best do it. And so that part of the experience part, I'm not very concerned about that one, no.
What's your philosophy with preseason in terms of how much you want your starters to play? And is it different with the younger guys versus some of the older
No,
guys?
we'll talk about it as a staff as we get closer. Obviously, these guys, we want to get them reps in the preseason. I do believe that there is a lot of validity to getting reps in the preseason, and hopefully here get a chance to speak with Joe here in the next day or so and kind of iron that out and make sure that we have a good plan so we're getting good work.
With a 3-game preseason.
Wilson's gonna run.
I'll get you on the next one.
How many series do you think Wilson will run on?
We'll talk about it as a staff, but we anticipate a couple, at least the first quarter.
With a 3-game preseason, like how are you going to treat it? Is it going to be like the third preseason game? Is like the old third preseason game?
You
or
know,
do have to
it
kind of
depends on philosophy, and it's really kind of a group effort in terms of just the team you're working with. You know, we got on our third practice, or our third game, we have 2 really good practices that are going to happen versus Philadelphia. That in itself, always to me, those show a heck of a lot more than those games do, and so we'll talk. I'll talk with Nick and when that moment comes to see how we want to handle that third game.
More on Zach. He said the other night that he needs to do a better job of making good decisions or better decision making. What does that process look like for a guy at his stage, and how do you kind of see that he's making progress on that?
You'll see it in the comfort of the offense. You're going to see it in his comfort of play. Is the more reps he gets, the more comfortable he'll get, and the quicker and better decisions he'll make. And it wasn't that he was making bad decisions. He made a couple bad decisions, and he knows you can go 47 of 50 with 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, but if 3 of those incompletions are interceptions, it doesn't matter. You're probably going to lose. And so he understands that, and he made a lot of great decisions in the scrimmage. It doesn't show because of the stats, but he is on track, and he's getting better every day, and he's getting more and more comfortable with what's being asked of him. But this is the middle of training camp when everything is just on your shoulders, and you've been the entire offense has everything on its shoulders, and now it's just a matter of taking these reps, taking these fundamentals, and working your way through so you can catch up to what the defense is right now, which is being on repeat.
This is way back when a little bit, but I remember when the Texans drafted Carr. I think his first preseason game, he played every snap. Like, he played basically the whole game, and he was going to be the team starter. Would you consider doing that with Zach, like giving him that much experience?
I don't know about that because there's still other guys that need to showcase, and there's still quarterbacks there with Mike. I wouldn't consider that. I'm sorry, not the.
I was in the first grade down.
Last one. About the Peyton Manning Hall of Fame, the 71 quarterback rating.
I don't know. You know what? I'm sure somewhere in the back of his mind, maybe he saw it or not. But Troy Aikman. I can go through a laundry list of guys who've got to wear that gold jacket. That it's not easy, but we have tremendous hopes for him, and he's going to be just fine. So.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you, everybody.